Wait one moment. What is popping YouTube? It's Maximus the Forex Trader. Um, so in this video, this long-awaited video, it's gonna be like a quick 15-20 minute video, but it's a very important video. In this video, we're basically gonna discuss how to chart box levels basically, and retail trader trend line, and then our market maker trend line. And basically this is very important because this is gonna give you basically a sense of direction in the market, you get me? So the best way to start learning how to do this is basically just practice spotting levels yourself. Basically, the best way to explain this is to start boxing. So what you do is you grab your rectangle, and as you can see here, we're looking at this whole sell area right here. Basically in sells, you box levels when the dealer breaks support and makes now support turns into resistance. Okay, boom, the dealer shifted down below, right? He shifted low, he made support, came back down, and he broke that. Then that's basically in turn creating a new level. After the dealer breaks support, that's when you will start to box it in. So this area will become a new level, you got me? It all depends where the dealer pulls back from. So for example, once again, wait, let me go back over here. Let me grab this box. So we're looking at this area right here, this whole sell area. So as you can see, the dealer, right, well, I should be teaching you from going from up to down, but I'm trying to make it the easiest way possible, and I feel like teaching it backwards is it's basically the same thing. So this right here is another level right here, because the dealer he went short, right? He pulled back, came back to that same area, this same area right here, this support, and he broke it and pulled back and shorted again. So this is basically, once the dealer breaks support in a sell trend, you can start mapping box level. And the best way to box levels is on the daily chart, you get me? Sometimes if you really can't see it on the daily, you can zoom into the 4 hour and do that there. So basically, I'm gonna teach you more examples on how to box levels and how to count them. And then the next video segment is gonna be 200 locks. Basically, that's a video that is very important that I have to do. So because identifying locks at the 200, the 50, 200 locks is very important. This right here is basically a 200 lock, this level, but it's level 3, you got me? Because I'm gonna teach you why it's level 3. So basically, once again, I'm gonna teach you basically how to box going down and up, but for now I'm gonna teach you how to box going down in the same video. So right here, matter of fact, let me just box it in completely. What about a rectangle? And I'm gonna try to teach you the best I can. But once you start really like seeing this, it's really easy, guys. Like really easy, really important. It's gonna give you a sense of direction. This right here is the peak. You get me? It's it's a level 3, a peak formation level 3. And the thing, guys, is ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching, levels can come in different sizes, you get me? Like this right here is 1, 2, 3. That's one cycle, market maker level cycle. So one of my students basically asked me, how do I know if the level's complete and it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's still extended? Whoa, you gotta look to previous history And basically, if you know a level is about 89, like 100, if you know the previous level was from 80 to 140 pips, then most likely the next level is going to be from 100 to 160. You get me? So that's how you know the level's still not done. You get me? If you get what I'm trying to say, like, you got to keep pushing it. You got to keep pushing it. And on the 4 hour, well, we're going to discuss the 4 hour. Well, I was going to discuss kind of trend trade, but that's not for this video. So once again, to boxing level, let's say in the sell position, you know what level 3 is, peak formation level 3. Level 3, I'm going to discuss that a little later in a little bit. So we're at the peak, right? The dealer broke support. He went down, you know what I'm saying, 150 pips. He pulled back. That's basically your first box level, you get me? Until he breaks support again. This level was 110, because basically, if you look at the previous levels, it was 150, and level 3 was like 130. So you're expecting your next level to be at least 120 pips, you get me? Same thing for the third level. It was like about 140, you get me? So that's how you kind of would expect where the box level trend will end, and you'll get a pullback. Basically, once you get the pullback, that's how you know that whole box level is complete, you get me? And then you can take trades, last kiss trades, you know what I'm saying? You could take resistance trades, support trades, like that, and that's how you will box the levels. I'm gonna keep showing you more examples. In this example, I'm gonna box in a buy trend. So keep watching the video. It's more simple than you think, but it's really important. It's gonna help you out a lot, because people like I like this style of trading, because this, with the market maker method, you can trade inside the box, like what's inside the box. People just like swing trading at strong support and resistance zones. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like, we do that too, but we also trade inside the box, if you get what I'm trying to say. So I grabbed the rectangle. So this is level 3, right? And basically this is a 200. It was not really a reset, because we had level 3, you get me? We had three levels of drop. A reset is when it happens on level 1 or 2. So it's kind of a complete pattern. So now we're expecting trades going up, right? You start boxing in your levels. Like, once you see a strong pullback, that's when you know you have a level, you get me? Not no small little pullback like that. You need to see something pull back a little strong. Like, yeah, you might get it. You might have a small pullback, but you want them to go long, right? In this case, in a buy, and then pull back strong. That's how you know you got a box level. You get me? So this right here is a level, and this right here is another level. Sorry, I gotta go to the side. This right here is another level, especially this right here is another level. Especially if you have a lot of consolidation up and down, then that's how you could tell it's another level. Now, here's the tricky part. Some levels, especially because this is a reset, basically. You can sense like a reset coming. The dealer closing back down, like now shifting more above to complete the second level, because it's level 1, that is level 2. If you're noticing him falling short from level 2 and not closing above higher, because he wants to go short and reset. Now some levels, they might be a little sloppy, if you get what I'm trying to say. They're not always gonna, they're gonna, most of the time, yes, they're gonna close perfectly, but not always. Sometimes you're gonna get side by side action like this. You get me? Side by side action. And that could be a level itself. You get me? Sometimes if you have like a strong drop or buy, that can just be a level. Like it don't matter how small the pullback is, but if you have strong drop and then a little pullback, that's just basically your level right there. You got me? That's basically your level. And sometimes the levels can be a little sloppy, but if you keep practicing, you're gonna start to notice where to put them at. It didn't take me real long to learn this. You get me? And I learned exactly how you're learning it through videos and practice, and you'll start to see what I'm talking about. So like I said, in a downtrend, you plot your box level where support was broken of the level 1, and then now support becomes resistance until I'm saying you get a strong drop and a pullback. And that's your second level. You get me? You gotta obviously you're gonna have to keep pushing the box a little bit more. Like let's say the box is right here, but we know that obviously that's not a full level because in level 1 we had a big drop, at least what, like 250 pips, 1, 2, or 300 drops. So we're expecting at least like a 250 pip next level drop for the next level, 250 pip drop for the next level, level 2. Like, yeah, it might have looked like that, but we know that the dealer, he's gonna push more down. So right here would be the more correct price level basically. And as you can see, support candles broke support, now it becomes resistance, and we're at level 3 on euro dollar. You get me? We're at level 3. We're looking for buys, but don't get it twisted though, because remember how I told you a full market maker cycle is 3 drops? Well, yes, it's 3 drops, but sometimes you can get that extra little peak level 3. You got me? This little extra box right here, this small little rectangle, that could be like that extra little push that the dealer does, try to confuse you. And that's how basically your usual market maker cycle usually goes. Besides, don't worry about resets right now. Just worry how to box in these box levels. So I'm gonna show you more example. So basically, it could be a little confusing sometimes. So for this example here, we had this peak area, and that right there is a level itself. It's like a double reset. Well, not just a double. It's a reset level because it's a double reset because if you notice, wait, let me just show you something. Okay, I'm gonna show you something about this area. If you notice, we're having cells, right? If you notice support, we're here turn to resistance. We had this level on its own, right? But how we have a box up here, so this basically leaves this little piece alone. It leaves this little chunk. You get me? Up here. Let me go back. This little piece up here, it's a level on its own. You get me? And therefore, if we're not going long no more, then that means we're going back down. So once the dealer breaks support, he's gonna create a second box. You get me? It's like lines. You get me? Like, once you start rewatch this video, it's really important because you're gonna trade in line with the dealer. You get me? You're gonna know. Obviously, you're gonna have to wait for some stop hunt high drop or stop hunt low rise. But the whole point is, you know the real direction. You get me? You know the real direction of the market. So then we had this support being broken, and it made a new box level. You got me? He shifted low. I'm saying he shifted low, and then he pulled back strong, and that's your box level. If you notice him closing back above the box, and then it's another reset, you get me, especially below the 200 and the 50, closing back above is a reset. So then now you're boxing your levels going long. You got me. Grab the rectangle. Don't worry about resets and stuff. I'm going to teach that. Just learn how to box these in. If we know the dealer's pushing strong inside the boxes, then we know that this first level right here after this reset, it's going to be a little bit longer. Well, here's the thing. If the dealer consolidates for days and days and days, then it could be a level itself. You get me? It could be a level itself. But if he just consolidates for a few days, like 4 days and then shift, then that's not really considered a level. But if it's consolidating for days and days and days for like a month in there, then it's a level. Feel me? That's level 1. Then you have your level 2. Sometimes they might be a little off, but as long as you have a sense of direction overall, then you should be fine with your trading. You get me? And now resistance was broken. You get me? We had a break of resistance, and we're creating a new level. We're waiting for him to shift and then pull back. And that's how you would make level 2 until resistance right here is broken again. Level 3. Now you have your peak. You got me? Like, yeah, you could have marked this whole thing as level 3, but it's better to do it little by chunks, especially level 3 and peak formation level 3, especially after big rise. Level 3 and peak formation level 3 will become smaller levels. You get me? After big rises, at the bottom out of level 3 or top of level 3, it could look short. You get me? And this is your level 3 right here. This is level 3. Oh no. And then this right here is your peak formation. You get me? Like how we kind of expect over here in Euro at the bottom right for a little peak. If Euro don't shift higher, it's because he wants to push back down below one more time real quick. Trick the retail traders, hit the stops of the buys right here of the real direction. But you know what I'm saying, he can come back down one more time. Come back down, hit the retail trader trend line, boom, go back up, and that's it. Now, I want to talk about retail trader trend line, which is the regression line, the equidistant channel. Well, you know, support and resistance channel. I don't like saying supply and demand too much because support and resistance is basically what it is. Support and resistance sounds better, but so these channels, sometimes you can channel it from level 3 all the way down. You got me? All the way down to the other level 3. You got me? So fix it up a little bit, and that's that's more like it. And these are kind of important. Yeah, they are important because sometimes you can catch good trades off of it if you trade in line. Like if you wait for a stop hunt high drop, you got me? Stop hunt high drop, long stop hunt high, and then drop. You get me? You could catch that trade there. You could have caught this trade 2 days ago, last Friday. I was supposed to catch that trade, but it was a kind of trend trade. Well, not really kind of trend trade. I'm not gonna talk about that honestly. But you can trade both ways level 3. That's for another video. I'm just teaching you about trend lines and box levels. So sometimes you're not gonna be able to do it make the support and resistance channel from level 3. Sometimes you're gonna have to do it after level 3, and basically, like in this example right here, you're gonna have to mark it after, because this is level 3 right here, right? Sometimes it's not going to make sense to plot it down here, resistance, if we're in an uptrend. You got to wait for the break of level 3 and then some type of support, and then you plot in your support trend line going up until you see the dealer shift up and pull back, and then you have your resistance on the retail trader trend line. You got me? That's why I say, and also if you notice, there wasn't no hits to the trend line. Like, that's why I say, like, it's not really important, but it can help. Retail trader trend line, it can help. Now I'm gonna delete this. You feel me? You guys should already know how to do support and resistance with the lines. Now I want to teach you guys, basically just show you more, because I'm already teaching you. I just want to show you. I'm gonna delete these red trend lines, but learn how to do that with the box levels. Know how to do your boxes first. Learn how to draw in your trend line with this tool. You don't have to do too much. The equidistant channel object indicator thing you have there, and you draw your retail trader red trend line. But before you learn how to, it kind of don't matter the order, but let's say we're in an uptrend, right? Learn always to plot support, your support right here. This is really important, because if the retail trader red trend line don't show you a signal based off the channel or for a hit to support resistance, then you can use these trend lines, horizontal trend lines, for the dealer to come back, because how we had 1, 2, 3 hits to the low support above the 50, and you took it going long. You get me? That's how these can help. You get me? That's why I always say to use horizontal trend lines. Well, you can use horizontal trend lines, but you're gonna have to use the trend line tool, right? I'm gonna teach you guys something real quick. Wait. Boom. Make sure you guys draw your support in the uptrend, and if you're in a downtrend, you draw your resistance. Very important. These 3 things. I'm saying the dealer went high, and this is the downtrend. You draw your resistance as you're going down. You get me? Because once again, your retail trader trend line, which is this right here, the trend line that everybody uses, which is alright, is not the best. You get me? It's not gonna work all the time. This red trend line is not always gonna give you that signal. You get me? Like in between, inside the chart. That's why you draw your horizontal trend lines in between. And your box levels, support and resistance, they're basically trend lines too. Because how we have a last kiss here, you get me, at support based off the box level. So in this video, it's plenty self-explanatory. So in the uptrend, you box in your next box at broken resistance. You start boxing it in. Once you get to push up and the pullback, that's the second level, and same thing again. 1, 2, 3 times, and I'm saying, or peak, and then you start boxing it going low. In a downtrend, you wait till support is broken, get a pullback, and then you got your first one of your box levels. You know what I'm saying? And the way to move your box is to count the previous pips of the boxes. You get me? On average, in a whole cycle, you're gonna get 150 pip range boxes. Sometimes you might only get 100 pips. Like, you see how this level 3, this market maker cycle, 1, 2, 3 was huge, and then 1, 2, 3 was small. Sometimes it's gonna be like that, but that's why you go back in time and you start practicing. If you see like a box area right here, which is right here, then you box it in. You get me? So for example, then you grab your rectangle, go to the side, start boxing it in. You saw support was being broken, made a new box, a lot of pullback. Boom, boom, boom. You box that in. This right here could be a small level, the double reset. You got me? Small level. Boom, and take it going short. You know what I'm saying? If resistance broken in a downtrend, then you probably going up. That's basically the same opposite way. You know what I'm saying, you think of it opposite ways when drawing boxes. If you're in a buy trend, you know what I'm saying, you would think how you'll do in a sell trend, boxing in your levels. So I taught you how to box in your levels. Told you to draw your support in a buy trend. You know what I'm saying? Draw your support, whatever. Obviously, it's not gonna be perfect. It's just an example. But support, but the dealer pulled back and he rose because he could come back a second time to that area and hit it again like he did. 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? Big old W. Going long. Level 2. He's going long. He's going long. You know what I'm saying? And you apply your resistance too in a downtrend with the horizontal. But if you use the trend line tool, it's probably gonna be at Ray, something like that. This setting might be on, so you take that off, you uncheck it, and that's how you'll get to move it around. And then basically learn how to draw in your retail trader trend line, the red trend line, because it can help sometimes. You get me? Sometimes it's not gonna be a perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. They're gonna have to map it in after a level takes off. But practice makes perfect. You get me? This video is very important because this is the first steps you need to do when you're charting. You're analyzing your charts. You gotta box in your levels, box in support, resistance, and map in your retail trader trend lines, and look in conjunction with the EMAs. Basically, this is one of the most important videos you gotta watch for this whole system to work.